Out there. Oh my goodness, what a week we are having. And that is what inspired tonight's talk. Bully Be Gone, Uncomfortable Conversations. We are living in a really interesting day and time. And whether it's an event like the Super Bowl or ongoing investigations or politics or the weather, sometimes people are just going to be in a crabby mood when they come in to do their closings. Or maybe it's your coworkers that are being difficult, or someone that you're interacting with regularly in the course of your business. Maybe it's someone at a clerk's office that you need to do recordings with. But across the board, we're sometimes called upon to deal with uncomfortable conversations and even bullies. And so this is 4 quick tips that you can make bullies be gone, just off the top of our heads, to give you something to fall back on when and if that's an issue. Now, the first example that I would give you is when there's someone who's just determined to egg you on, who wants to get into a really quite personal discussion when it's neither the time, place, nor manner to do that, right? Somebody who's just intent on, well, all I can tell you is the Oscars snubbed the person they should not have snubbed. That's like a lightweight example, right? But just with such venom and veracity and just praying that you will fight with them, you can tell they're hopeful that today's the day that they're going to victoriously win the war on who the Oscar should have nominated, or all the other controversial topics we all know come up in our day-to-day life. And so what I do is I just change the topic. It really doesn't matter what the topic is. If someone I'm interacting with is choosing to come to me with that energy, there's nothing I do professionally that warrants that. There just isn't. There's no place for that behavior with me. That's a boundary I have. You will speak respectfully, kindly, or, we're here together to get a job done. Generally, probably for the person that's being the bully. And so I would encourage you to redirect them easily. I would change the topic and just say, well, I don't know about that, but I'm really excited to help you get these papers signed today so we can get you your new house. And often that won't encourage the bully or the difficult person to behave, but it will note to someone else in the room, well, they'll go, Herb, please stop it. Nobody wants to hear your BS today. Come on now, whatever it is. It kind of lets everybody in the room know, we're not going to sit here and complain and gripe about anything today. We're here to work. We're here to get the job done. We're here to cross the finish line together. The second thing I do is, if it persists, is I say, you know what, we really need to be focusing on this paperwork. Or I really need to figure out what you need from me to get this project across the finish line for you. Can we focus on that? Because in general, these discussions have absolutely nothing to do with work. They are completely inappropriate. And gently giving them a couple of times to figure out, we're not going to talk about that, is helpful. The third thing I do is I set a boundary. I say exactly that. I say, I'm not going to talk about that with you. That's not a topic I discuss at work. See what I did there? Did you think you dropped me? Then be quiet. I'm not going to talk about that, and then be quiet. And it's going to feel uncomfortable, but not as uncomfortable as if you let them get wound up and really get rocking and rolling and yelling and fighting and scheming about whatever it is that they're upset about and pulling you into their drama. Do not accept it. Just not going to play, not going to happen. And then last but not least, if you need to, remove yourself. As notary publics who are doing remote notarizations, there are times when we're in people's homes, right? And so if it gets to the point where you don't feel safe, I want to invite you and give you permission to leave. And I know that's a horrible feeling. I know that's nothing we want to do, because we want to get the job done for our signing agency. We want to get these papers signed, but it's absolutely not worth feeling unsafe. And trust your instincts. We will question ourselves a million times to Sunday, but do not bleed next to sharks. Do not bleed next to sharks. So start out with oh my goodness, I don't know about that, but I'm thrilled that we're here to sign things today. Switch the topic. Redirect is second. I really want us to focus on this so we can get you these papers signed today. Or I'm working on getting this project and I need 2 things from you. Here's the first. Can you help me with the second? Third, set your boundary. I'm not going to talk about that with you now. I need to focus on getting these papers signed. I need to focus on getting this project done. Not going to talk about that with you. And then last but not least, just remove yourself. I wish a video like this was completely unnecessary, but I cannot count the number of times that either a colleague or someone I'm working on signing things with thinks it's inappropriate to bring up wildly diverse topics that we absolutely know everybody disagrees with, as if they are assumptively bullying us. Well, you know, it's crazy to think that Amy Wicks Horn wasn't nominated for an Oscar, right? You know, that's just crazy. Well, I don't know about that, but I know I need to get these papers signed. So let's go ahead and rock and roll that today, right? We cannot engage. That is the most important thing. Just keep redirecting, and when necessary, remove yourself. I hope you meet no bullies this week, none whatsoever. I should always start out with how many signings we had today. We had 3 closings today. We have 4 tomorrow. So I'm hoping you're busy too, getting a little bit busier and ramping up. And I hope you have an amazing evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow.